Hi, I'm Yvonne. I'm finally here with my review of the new Vandenberg album, Sin. Sin is the follow-up to 2020, and 2020 has been my favorite album ever since it came out, but it's gotten some serious competition from Sin. Ronnie Romero is no longer part of the band. He did an excellent job on 2020, but after COVID, the agendas of Adrian and Ronnie didn't match anymore, so they parted ways. Instead, Swedish singer Mats Levén joined the band, and he's a great singer, a great frontman, and a great songwriter. Other than that, the band consists of super tight rhythm section, Koen Herfst on drums, and Randy van der Elsen on bass. Besides becoming the new singer, Mats also became the new songwriting partner to Adrian. This was the first time since 1997 that Adrian had a songwriting partner. The last time he did that was with David Coverdale on Whitesnake's Restless Heart. Sin became heavier than 2020, and the lyrics became a little darker than usual because of Mats's contribution. I must admit I had to get a bit used to that. I'm very fond of Adrian's positive, somewhat lighter lyrics, but all in all, the collaboration between Adrian and Mats turned out so extremely well. Bob and Chris Marlette did an excellent job on the production and the keyboards. Mats's voice has full opportunity to shine, especially on Sin and Walking on Water. The balance between the instruments is sublime, the keyboards are wonderful, and a lot of attention has been paid to a lot of different details. Adrian played this album on his faithful Gibson Les Paul. However, there are 2 or 3 songs he played on his PV Vandenberg. He doesn't remember, unfortunately, which songs they are. But watch out, because he's coming with a reintroduction of that PV Vandenberg very soon now. He also played it with his nail instead of with a guitar pick. That's because he had a car accident in the early 80s, which led to 2 neck hernias pressing on the nerves of the fingers you hold a pick with. So he started developing a new technique to play with his nail. And as you can hear on the album, this turned out very good because it sounds very cool and amazing. Adrian painted the sleeve himself. And now we finally know where these sharks from Heading for a Storm were heading. They were going to the Big Apple, New York. So that's where Sin, the apple, snake, as in Whitesnake, all come together. The green sky is inspired by Northern Lights, and it took many layers of paint to get depth in that. I think it's a masterpiece and so surrealistic. It's flying sharks in New York with Northern Lights. And look at all the details. Some of the windows have light, some of them don't have light, a little darker, a little lighter. When I put Thunder and Lightning on for the very first time, I first thought my new headphones were broken because the guitar is only in the right channel, and I think it's a very cool detail. It's a very powerful opener of the album, and it's full of delightful pinch harmonics. It's really been growing on me. And the cool thing is it starts like thunder also with the da-da-da-da. House on Fire, which was the first single from the new album, first was called A Runaway Train. And Adrian meant the lyrics originally in a figurative sense, but Mats made it a little darker and put it into a person that literally sets the house on fire. while it still remained its incredible party vibe. Sin is a 7-minute long epic experience, I would say. The chorus and the intro were written by Adrian during a walk in the woods in France. The song is moving, it's got lust, it's got mystery, it's got ecstasy, it's got a trance-like oppressive feeling, and at the same time a feeling of freedom. On top of that, it has a guitar solo with an oriental feeling, and note during the solo this sort of choir, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, and there's also a sort of mysterious whistle after the solo. Light It Up is super energetic, extremely danceable. I saw them perform it twice live. It was dynamite and I danced my ass off. If you listen carefully, you can also hear an organ. It's very subtle, but it does a lot for the feeling of the song. And note the wonderful oohs in the chorus after the guitar solo. Every time I listen to Walking on Water, I get chills all over. It starts with a wonderful arpeggio intro that's finger picking the notes one by one. It's got moving lyrics, mysterious chords, a beautiful melody line. The song just lifts you up. And what about that part with die another day, na 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 na? That part is so cool. It's been in my head an entire night already. One day when I was listening to this song on my headphones on my way to work, it had been raining all week, and this was the first morning the sun came out, and I was hearing this mysterious song, and I was suddenly seeing an entire rainbow against a very dark sky, and I just stopped to watch and listen because it was such an inspiring and a wonderful moment. I felt like I was flying. Burning Skies has super fat lead guitar, great rhythm guitars, and great tom-tom drums. At first I wasn't sure what the expression hit the ground running meant. I thought maybe it's something negative, that you're hitting the ground, you're falling over while you're running. But it's something very positive. It means starting at full speed. That's certainly what this song does. And I love the way Adrian begins the solo with this down, 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 down. Baby You've Changed is the ballad on this album. This is the only song written by Adrian. As you can hear, it has this typical, very beautiful but very sad Adrian lyrics. It's got a super relaxed vibe. The keyboards are magic. The guitar solo is heart-shattering and suits the song perfectly. The rhythm guitars are great, and listening to this song I think feels like being carried on a wave. Out of the Shadows also starts with a wonderful arpeggio intro, and then comes the child's voice. And the first time I heard this, I was so surprised. It turns out it's Emil, the son of Mats, and I think it was a genius idea of Mats to let Emil sing on this song. And it's also very special that after Emil, Mats sets in full force. This song comes over you like a steamroller. It's got mystery, a cool organ, a lot of great vibratos, a wonderful guitar solo, and a fat guitar riff. Towards the end, a lot is happening, and then suddenly, poof! It ends with the same beautiful arpeggio and the poem-like choir. I love this song, and I think it's a perfect ending to the album. My personal favorites are Sin, Walking on Water, and Out of the Shadows. I can certainly recommend this album if you like heavy, epic, energetic, handmade with love rock. And I rate this album 9.5 stars out of 10.